Kaminsky, good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Kaminsky's got his first bucket of the night.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports. So it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And that one's good. Freak.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Wisconsin going with almost an entirely new group here. Hoyas on D. 4-point game. Outside Conley. They set the screen. Hill has the open look. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And it's 7 points for Hill.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Freak with it. He's against Hill.
Sticking too much.
Here's Hardy. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Badgers leading by 7. Hardy in at shooting guard. Also Trice out there. And it's Joseph in at the 5 spot. Wade can't hit.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
And for the Badgers, they've got Fisher. He's out there with Hill. And it's Wade in at the 5, down low. Back to Conley. "17-foot shot on the way. Gibson. And he uses the glass on the way. Gibson's got his first points in this one.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And it's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. And Wisconsin going with almost an entirely new group here. Georgetown trails by 7. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Hardy in his point guard. Warren is out there with Price. Then there's Hudson. And it's Randolph in at the 2 spot. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the four-man position.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a four-time All-American selection in high school, and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal in high school.
And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop, and it's all evened up. Freak's got 8 points.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here is Hawkins following the basket by Freak. Hill drives in. Nice work there coming off the screen. He's got 9.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds a spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
That's good. Freak's got it all tied up now for the Hoyas.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Here's Walker following the basket by Freak. Hawkins gets to Conley. And here's Hill for 3, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And 12 points for Hill.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
And the defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Now here's Harkless. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. The Badgers pull it in. For 3, Hill. Shot is no good.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Harden, he's in at shooting guard. Nelson is out there with Hodges. And it's Harkless in at the 1. And he makes good on the layup.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Hill passes to Hawkins. Outside Conley. From past the arc. The shot misses. Now Freak. To take the lead, and it's good on the way in. And Georgetown leads by 1.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
The Badgers making a switch here. .105 left in the second half. To the paint. Here's Walker. Count.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Here's Freak. Puts up a 3. Count the bucket.
Execution, fellas. Do your job. Freak, you're our leader out there. Execute.
The Badgers making a switch here. 44 seconds left here in the second half of the game. It's Evans on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Here's Freak. And now we've got the intentional foul.
And what a tremendous game for Freak. He has 15 points and 1 steal as well.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level when you get supreme in terms of your stats.
And KLODs, right? And KLODs. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Hawkins kicks to Evans. Pass to Hawkins. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Warren. A basket here would push their lead to double digits.
Boy, they're fully in control, looking that way anyway.
Pass to Freak. Lets it go with a 3. The shot is off. Hawkins. No good. So the Warriors win it. And what an incredible feeling it is for a team who's had to fight every step of the way. Right now, guys, there is no better feeling for them as they are the last team standing in this terrific tournament.
Kevin, you said, I mean, all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, now you see it paying off at this very moment.
There's been a ton of sacrifice along the way. I mean, from the kids and their parents and support staff. They've brought this school to the top of the college basketball world right now.
Well, it's been a blast to be with you guys and our great fans all tournament long. On behalf of the entire 2K Sports team and this crew in particular, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing, Mr. P?
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking environment, I love it, freaking environment. This freaking environment thing you do when you get hot, freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in mind, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's the plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen. In life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game, but bam! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is, you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But, Freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, what if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This
You're
is
not
his life.
listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with
It's
y'all.
not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know what? But it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
Yvette.
me?
Wait, Freak, you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
It's none of
Can
your
I-
business. Yes, manager.
Can I just interrupt
Your tone.
for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak, but you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what
Mr.
I do.
Pagnotti,
I am the best at what I do.
You have had
Nobody
your
is
30
better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just
Mr.
need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Cece go through this contract front to back. I'm going to think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm going to call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
I
son.
love you too, son. Bye. We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk, and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that. It was true. It happened to me.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the ninth pick in the NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky. With the 14th pick in the NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Cameron Payne from Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Kelly Oubre from the University of Kansas. With the 16th pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Terry Rozier from University of Louisville. With the 17th pick in the NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Rashad Vaughn from UNLV. With the 18th pick in the NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Sam Decker from the University of Wisconsin. With the 19th pick in the NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Jaren Grant from the University of Notre Dame. With the 20th pick in the NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Delon Wright from the University of Utah. With the 21st pick in the NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Justin Anderson. With the 22nd pick in the NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Terrence Hardy from Georgetown University.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibrations. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady, Yvette. My dude, Vic.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, hold him in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you in town.
Man, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who was also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it.
Go ahead.
You know, Mama.
Tell her, Mama.
No, Mama.
Go get him, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibrations.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.
Dynamic duo. Dynamic
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람 한 곡도 채 끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지만 하고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 헤야오 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 이 도시에서 멍 때리는 것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해 경주 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 진땀이네 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협 시간을 도마 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈털터리의 여유 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파친 너 페이스 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 헤야오 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 헤야오
뭐 사실 조금 때 같아 내 같아 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직 애 같아
살기보단 생존하기 바쁜 정수리는 넓어지고 평소가 작아지는 마음 속에 피어나줬으면 해 한 송이의 평화 진흙탕 속의 연화 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind
you're always going to have people who don't believe that you really...
Another one. DJ Khaled.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. Now it's time for me to show everybody I belong. Do my best to represent Harlem.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
You can hear the roar here at the United Center. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now, around 27, 7, and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
And the first one at the line is good. So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season, seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Now here's Irving. And Love has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Love's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Irving against Rose.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Shot clock at 6. McDermott kicks to Rose. A 3-ball. Can't get it to go. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Cavaliers with the rebound. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Nice shot by McDermott.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Outside Irving. Smith outside. And another miss by Cleveland.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Rose with the ball. Now Smith defending. Smith against Rose. Here's Butler. Back to Rose. The dish to Butler from 12 feet out. The shot misses. Some solid defense there from Irving.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And here's Rose, following the three-pointer by Kevin Love. Rose passes to Gasol. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Thompson, a screen on Rose. Irving against Rose. Irving kicks to Thompson. Puts it up from 15. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kickout's the only choice.
Pass to Gibson. Butler on the way. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's Rose penetrating, and the shot is good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's James. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Irving against Gibson.
And I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
Here's Dellavedova, following the score by Derrick Rose. LeBron against Moore. Here's Fry. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Dellavedova kicks to Fry. Pass to Dellavedova. LeBron dishes to Shumpert. He feeds it to Fry. There's the three. It's hauled in by the Bulls. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, handing it back at Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
Now here's Moore. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. LeBron drives in and powered down the jam.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Here's Freak. Fades back, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it... Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court?
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
They came out...
Chicago leading. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
And there you have it, folks, the very first NBA bucket from Hardy.
And a scrappy one, but he'll take it. It doesn't matter how you get those first points in the NBA. It just matters that you get them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there will be plenty of chances to create spectacular highlights in the years to come for this young man. But right now, he just wants those first points.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready. And he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball. Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower.
And a pretty tough.
Okay. Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again. We were able to throw off their offensive rhythm with good ball pressure and heads up deep. Let's keep picking their pockets and jumping in those passing lanes. Something I have liked is our movement off the ball and all the good looks it's created for us. Keep finding those open shots on the floor. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. Coming in, we knew this team wasn't going to roll over for us. If we're going to put them away, we got to execute. Let's bear down and finish what we started.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Chicago trailing here. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Irving in at the point guard. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Love outside. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
That free throw, no good.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson...
Chicago ends up going with the new group. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Amon Shumpert has come in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. Hard in at point guard. Mirotic is out there with Dunleavy. And there's Etuan Moore. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Hardy. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Love wide open. He fires. Chicago grabs the miss. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Channing Frye.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the inside, Mozgov. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. He came out of the locker room at halftime with some nice shooting, going 3 for 3 to start the third quarter.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I loved it.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.